Business analysis is a research discipline of identifying business needs and determining solutions to business problems. Hello everyone, this is Bhavita from Edureka and I welcome you all to this session where we will be discussing as to how you can become a business analyst. Without further ado, let's look into the agenda for today. Firstly, we'll be looking at why we should become a business analyst and who is a business analyst. And then we'll see how to become a business analyst. And finally, we'll look at the roles and responsibilities and close up today's session with how to start. But before we get started, kindly take your time to subscribe to Edureka YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to never miss an update. Also, if you're interested in online certification, do check out the link given in the description box below. Now, getting started with why become a business analyst. Now, first and foremost aspect of becoming a business analyst is looking for job opportunities. So when it comes to job opportunities, comes with no surprise that there are ample amount of job opportunities all across the world. But having numbers will always help us, right? So with that, the first number we're going to consider here is for India, which is around 13,000 vacant jobs. While in US, there are about 100,000 vacant jobs. Now, this includes both for freshers or even experience. Of course, this data is being taken from LinkedIn and Glassdoor, and similarly, which is known as the Silicon Hub in India, Bangalore, itself has around 2,000 vacant jobs merely for business analysts, which includes experienced and entry-level jobs. And Silicon Hub of the world, perhaps California, has around 4,000 vacant jobs. Again, data as taken by LinkedIn and Glassdoor. Now, similarly, your next question with respect to why you should become a business analyst should be salaries. We have got you covered on that basis as well as an average salary right from entry level to an experience average in India will earn up to 7 lakh per year, and while in US will earn up to 77,000 per year. Now this again is taken by LinkedIn and Glassdoor. Now with these kinds of aspects and data in your hand, why do you want to wait? Just go ahead and start your preparation. Before that, you'll have hundreds of questions to be answered. Now, do not worry because we have got all your doubts to be solved in this video itself. The next thing that you will have is companies hiring. Definitely, there are ample number of companies hiring from basic entry level to experience level. Now, the companies that are hiring are even in product based and service based. Now, they could be high-end companies such as IBM, Deloitte, Capgemini, Oracle, Accenture, and to any of the startups as well. Now, these are some of the companies that I've mentioned here. There are many more adding on to this list. The next question, obviously, will be who is a business analyst? Who exactly is a business analyst? What will he do? Basically, to understand and answer this question, you need to understand what exactly is business analysis. Now, business analysis is used to identify and articulate the need for change in how organizations work and to facilitate that change. They also have solutions often which include a software system development component, but may also consist of process improvements, organizational change, or strategic planning and policy development. That being understood, we exactly need to understand what is the use of business analyst in the world of IT or in the world of software per se. Now, there are many reasons why a business analyst is important. Firstly, he increases the benefits in our company or any particular project as such. The next thing is ROA or return on investment is high due to business analyst. Now, how exactly does a business analyst contribute to ROI? Is that it basically helps in measuring the benefits. Now, he will help in focusing the data or even your clients per se. Now, basically, one business analyst will always get to articulate value of ROI. He will encounter every possible benefits, every possible returns, and make a document of it, which will help every person from the stakeholder to the customer to analyze the benefits towards the company. Now, having the data ready in hand means this will decrease the expenses and hence also decrease the risks. With all these benefits included, why should one company not have business analyst, which is basically like having a manager for a particular person who needs to do a lot of works. So business analyst will always make sure that your business is on the right track with all the data being handled in the right way. That said, if you need to understand how business analysts help organizations, then you need to be seeing this part of the video. The first thing is one can help in defining the scope. Now, the next he will do is he will help in facilitating the requirements. He will also serve as a representative. Along with it, he assists with testing and documentation. Finally, he helps in final delivery. That's from T to T. From step 1 to step N, a business analyst plays a predominant role in your particular project delivery or business also. Basically, a business analyst definitely makes decision making quick and easy. Well, the stakeholders are always there for deciding on to investments and more, but the business analyst will always talk about logical topics that lead to quick decision making, right? Which means he will come up with alternatives. He will also see the uncertainty. If there are high risk consequences, he will make sure to avoid them. Interpersonal issues can be solved and also complexity can be maintained. With that said, how to become a business analyst? Well, there are many aspects again to consider. First being the job description. Now, in job description, you can see what exactly a company or a recruiter is looking for in you as a business analyst. Firstly, I've considered a Amazon job description. Here, Amazon is looking for almost entry level business analyst itself with just at least 1 year of experience. Now, with this, you can see in the highlighted portions that Amazon is basically looking for a highly advanced proficiency in SQL, Microsoft Excel, statistical analysis. He might also be looking for a person who is well versed in data visualization tools such as Tableau or even Power BI here, QuickSight, and he must be good in identifying and accessing relevant data with extremely powerful insights on analysis and to draw conclusions. So from this, we can draw a gist that for becoming a business analyst in Amazon, as per this job description, he needs to be good in SQL, at least know few tools of Microsoft, good in data analysis, use Tableau or any such data analytical tools, statistic analysis as well. Similarly, why don't we look at one of the other descriptions to understand better? Here I've considered IBM, and again in IBM, as you can see, SQL is predominantly asked. The next thing is basic programming languages along with again Microsoft tools. Data modeling and modeling techniques are something else that's been asked in IBM here. Drawing conclusions out of this is again SQL, Microsoft tools, data modeling, programming languages here. Now, if you can see in the first statement, daily scrum handling is also an important job of a business analyst. We'll come to that later in this session today. The next thing that we're going to do is we'll look at one more final job description to draw another conclusion so that we have clear-cut idea of as to what a business analyst should be well versed in. Here I've considered Oracle, where they are looking for a project accounting, project setup maintenance, analyzing data, support, and closely work with project team. Everything is related with a project. Now you can analyze here that a business analyst is a business analyst with respect to a project and with respect to a business. Now that depends on what company is hiring you. So here, considering a project, the skills that one needs here is project management, Microsoft tools, and data analysis. Again, common are Microsoft tools and data analysis. Now with all these skills kept in mind, we can draw some conclusions which are the skills required to become a business analyst. Now, here in this slide, that's what we are going to focus on. From the job descriptions that we just went through, we saw that SQL or any other database concepts are something that is very, very important. Now, knowing SQL is very important as SQL itself helps in understanding the data, writing queries as a business analyst. The next thing is Microsoft tools. Now, if you are an experienced candidate and you're switching careers towards business analyst, it is an added advantage for you, as we as IT professionals would have come across one or the other or three even Microsoft tools in a regular basis. So this is an easier aspect for us. So knowing Excel in an advanced manner will always help you in approaching towards business analysis. The next thing is analytical skills, which is a very important aspect for a business analyst. Now, we saw in one of the job description that programming skills is also needed. Of course, you don't have to write codes here. It is not a core technical job anyway. So knowing basics of programming language will also help. As you know, business analysts do not have to do any core technical coding here. So knowing basics of programming language will also help it. Now, if you are from a technical background, then if you have a little coding knowledge also will come in handy. The next thing is statistical analysis. Now, knowing statistical analysis is quite important as a business analyst, he needs to run through all the data related documents or any kind of information which involves statistical decision making. The next thing is program management skills. Now, all these skills that I'm discussing here are actually the skills which you have training in on our website. Now, if you go to edureka.co, you will find there is course for Microsoft Excel, there is course for analytical skills, any kind of programming language, or even project management. There is a certification that you can get in PMP as well. So as a business analyst, like I was saying, project management is one of the basic skills that you need to know. How to manage a project, what is the problem statement, how to satisfy the customer, what exactly do the stakeholders keep in mind, everything from end to end you need to know. The next thing is Scrum management. Now, when a particular project is being started, from the person who is a developer, who is an investor, who is the client, who is the end user, everyone needs to be on the same page. For this, Scrum is very important. You need to manage what is going on today, what is going to be tomorrow, everything. And this, who does this is business analyst. So Scrum management is an important skill that is to be needed by a business analyst. Next thing is data visualization tools such as Tableau, Power BI, any such things. With that, we should understand the trends right now we have in business analysis. The first thing, according to 2020, agile was extremely unavoidable. Now, agile technique was not even implemented until probably 2020. Of course, there were companies which were using also, but then predominantly they were not implemented. So then after 2020, they realized that agile is something that every business or every company using business analyst should implement agile technique. And then our prime focus is customers. As well said saying says that customers are the king, and hence our focus should be on customers. The next thing is obviously visual thinking superpowers for product owners. Now, as a product owner, it is important that they estimate everything related to the product. Now, it is important to have your visual aspect, visual power with respect to product, as even the client needs to understand what your product is all about. Now, mind you, we are also one among the product owners. By we, I mean business analyst. Now, taking product-centric approach. Like I said, customer is the king, product is the queen. Now, with customer and product being the centric, any kind of business can reach towards the end. That said, data-driven forward planning. Now, every data from who is the owners, who is the client, or who is the end user, anything should be put into data, and every day Our work should be with respect to that, and planning should be made with respect to the data that we have in hand. The data that we have in hand. And this is where our data driven approach or planning comes into picture. Finally, we need to understand that cybersecurity is something that every business, every company, be it big or small, must have. And business analyst, because this person keeps everything in account, will always help you towards cybersecurity and maintaining the security of your data. Now, data security is very important, be it you are in a sensitive business or an open business as well. That being understood, some of the tools a business analyst uses in order to perform his analysis is modern requirements for DevOps, ClickUp, Smartsheet, Adobe Acrobat, Blueprint, Jira Core, SmartDraw, and many others. Now, these are the tools that are mainly and predominantly used in most of the businesses, top core businesses per se. Now, there are many more tools. If you look up on the internet, probably you'll get. You can go on and learn about any of them if that interests you. Now, learning at least one will help you and come in handy as a business analyst. With that, let's look into the roles and responsibilities of business analyst. Now, if I have to say in short, certain roles include strategic management, analysis of business model, designing the process, analysis of technology, etc. Now, along with this, there are many more roles and responsibilities into being a business analyst. Of course, the first thing involves analysis of data and identifying patterns, and this is in order to perform actions for any management attention. Now, there is something called as POC or proof of concept. So this is where every business will present to the client or the customer as to what our business or what our product will deliver in the end. Now, this in terms of diagrammatic approach or in terms of development or in terms of technical aspect will come from the development and testing team itself. But if to be written on papers with words, this is to be done and documented by a business analyst. And in terms of layman aspect, it is to be said by the company to the customers through business analysts itself. The next thing is to identify opportunities, creating solution, present them as business cases to stakeholders, and execute the solution proposed. As I said, business analysts actually act as someone who's in between the end user and the developing team. They basically drive whatever the developing team is taking and present them as to a proposal to the customers. Now, the next thing is the responsibility of identifying business problem areas and aligning themselves to pain areas. Now, as a business analyst, it is very important for him to analyze the probable risks also. Now, if you start on with a business or a project, it is very important that any kind of risk or any kind of problem will arise. Of course, the person who's developing might not know what are the problems are. This is where a business analyst has to hypothetically analyze these problems and document it and be prepared and also prepare the team for this kind of situations. The next thing is to construct a problem statement including problem description. As I said, everything should be documented even before the project starts. Problem statement will be told, problem description will be given both to the customer and the developing team. Finally, it is his responsibility to identify risk mitigation approaches. And adding on to this point, there is maintenance as well. It is important to maintain and check up with customers as to how the project is running even after the release. Having these understood, now you know what are the roles, responsibilities, why you need to become business analyst, who is a business analyst, what are the opportunities, salary, tools, skills, everything we've covered. The next thing is fine, we know everything. How to start? I have no experience in business analyst. I have no experience or I have no time to study business analysis. Don't worry, we've got you covered. This is where we are going to see how we can start from scratch to become a business analyst. First things first, if you know nothing about business analysis, our YouTube channel, Edureka YouTube channel, has got you covered. Just go there, type in business analyst or business analysis from scratch, from zero to everything, to understanding what is business analysis everything will be approached. So go there, look into basic videos, and learn everything. This can be done simultaneously while you're working also. The next thing, if you have good time in hand and you can read blogs, I recommend you to go ahead and read some blogs. We have interview questions for business analysis. We have everything that you need to be prepared for as a business analyst. Now, all this is not enough. I still don't know because I need professional help. This is where our certification comes in handy. There is a certification called Data Analytics Art Certification Training, which has a professional help, and you can get a professional help, and it is a lifetime course access here. Now, with this, we have come to the end of today's session, and I hope I have answered every doubt that you have regarding your business analyst related question. Now, if you have any doubts or some more questions in your head pop up, you can always put down in the comment section below and we will answer to them. Until we meet again next time, happy learning.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries, and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!